Funding for this video is brought to you by viewers like you. Thank you. Let's do this.
Is this the gay episode? I've been training my whole life for this.
Let's go, lesbians, let's go!
Yoink!
Let's go, lesbians, let's go!
What's up, punks? And welcome to video.
Today's vlog is very simple. We're going to be reading some great queer literature. Only the finest. Happy Pride, everyone. I hope you're all thriving. I know I am, kind of. Want to see the books we're going to be reading? Let's do it. The first book we have is Dogs of Summer by Andrea Abreu. This is a translated fiction. It takes place near a volcano in 2005. Two 10-year-old girls are best friends, and I hear that it's queer and complicated. It's short. I have been looking forward to reading this one for like a year. This is our Pocket Pages book club book, which is the book club for this channel. Details down below. I then am going to be reading To Be Taught If Fortunate by Becky Chambers. This is a sci-fi novella by one of my favorite authors of all time. Becky Chambers is responsible for writing The Monk and the Robot duology, which truly changed my life. Best books ever on planet Earth, ever, period, end of question. Our protagonist is on a journey with, I assume, a crew of misfits. They're in space. It's gay. Great. Next, Bitter by Kweke Emeze. This is a prequel to a book that I've deemed 5 stars. Pet by the very same author, of course. Pet was this kind of dystopic, magical realism, queer little story about art and revolution, and it was just so powerful and so cute. I did read it over 3 years ago, so I might need to refresh my memory a bit, but this one, I believe, if I understand correctly, takes place from the protagonist of Pet's mother's perspective. We then have Everyone in This Room Will Someday Be Dead by Emily Austen. This one is a book that has a gay protagonist, but it isn't a romance. If anything, I believe that this is more so about anxiety and mental health. The top line is Meet Gilda, she cannot stop thinking about death. I'm so excited. And then last but not least, we have a graphic novel. I picked up Mooncakes by a whole lot of great folks. It's sapphic and it's sweet and it's cozy, so we cannot lose here, truly. And that's that. I'm so excited. This is going to be such a sunshiny, wonderful, colorful, happy week. And you know what? Without further ado, let's just dive right into the reading, shall we? Why not?
Hello. I was outside reading. My hair is wet and wiggly and knotty and it's summer and I don't want to deal with it. So I'm not going to. I read Mooncakes in my little baby pool. It's about these two friends who are more than friends, and one of them is a werewolf, and they reunite and they're trying to figure out some magical secrets and try and figure out why there's an evil horse demon in the forest. It's got gay grandmas, it's got ghost parents, it's got betrayal. It was a little predictable, it was a little simple, but it was good. It was a cute, cozy, fine time. Truly an excellent way to ring in the gay reading, if I do say so myself. So, 1 book down, 4 to go. Oh, there's a little fuzzy on my book. Make a wish. As I was saying, I also started To Be Taught If Fortunate by Becky Chambers yesterday. This great short sci-fi novella. Kickstarted with our protagonist who was on this mission with a few other folks, and they're all waking up because they were like suspended in their chambers, being artificially fed food and like, catheters and I don't know, sciencey mumbo jumbo, that sort of thing. But they're all waking up and they're all getting their bearings. I'm on page 25 out of like 140. So really there's like 100 pages left. That's how short it is. I would like to finish this one today. Should be easy peasy lemon greasy. I've been editing all morning and all late afternoon as like a little sandwich for the outside reading time. That's where we're at. We're gonna get fries today. It is Friday after all. That's the law. It's a good day to be in Belgium. This has been an update. Ah!
It's a baby's first iced coffee with the espresso machine. That's really good. It is everything I dreamed. We did not get as much reading done as we intended yesterday. It was a pretty rough health night, but now it's a new day, so You win some, you lose most. We're gonna get our reading done today. It's fine. We did get to page 55 of To Be Taught If Fortunate by Becky Chambers. This is both so cozy and so stressful at the same time. Something about space is such a mixed bag of emotions for me. And just being on these planets with no civilization is both such a breath of fresh air and also a panic attack waiting to happen. So I really don't know how to feel. But the characters are really nice, as per every Becky Chambers book ever. And this is making me really excited to pick up the Wayfarer series again, which is a longer sci-fi, cozy little Becky Becky Chambers series. I read the first one so far. I'll probably finish this up this morning with my coffee. I got some work to do as well today, but for now it's like 7 in the morning. I'm gonna enjoy this fresh air while it's not a million degrees and try not to fall apart at the seams. I am so tired. Let's read. I am sitting in my baby pool. I don't know what's going on with my body.
Honey, you've got a big storm coming.
I threw up earlier today and now we're out here. I have not done anything except for lay in bed or read/edit for work. I haven't been able to make plans with anybody because my health has just been so unpredictable. And I noticed that the longer I have been apart from certain friends, the less likely I am to try and make plans because then I don't want to flake last minute because of migraine strikes or my body decides to throw up for no reason. Anyway, I read To Be Taught If Fortunate by Becky Chambers. Much like a bunch of other Becky Chambers books, they get really profound at the end and ask you a bunch of life questions and get you thinking. Thought it was cute, it was cozy, it was a little stressful, but that's more so just because of my own personal feelings about space. Could have been gayer, but that's okay. My buddy read this one with Katie, so I'm so excited to discuss. I have a couple of questions. She already asked me a question or two. It's been a great time. So we have 3 books left from this little arbitrary TBR that we made. I'm pretty sure that anybody who can see my balcony right now thinks that I'm making OnlyFans content. If only they knew that I'm just sitting up here alone reading gay books. I think I'm gonna start Dogs of Summer by Andrea Abreu. This has been an update.
What happened to hello? How are you? My name is.
Hi, I just got out of the shower, as you can tell. Have I gotten more than 4 hours of sleep any night for the past 5 nights? No, absolutely not. Bet your bottom dollar that did not happen. However, today was the first day that I had enough energy to do some chores around the house. Woo! It's just been a nightmarish hell time for a hot minute, but I feel it in my bones that we're crawling up the other side.
Honey,
or at least
you've got a big storm
that is what I choose to believe.
coming.
I'm halfway through Dogs of Summer by Andrea Abreu. It's really good. I really like how this author captures girlhood, and I also really love how summer is captured as well. But I especially love Googling all the food that I've never heard of before. We're definitely gonna finish that today, but I'm having a delightful gay reading time, let me tell you. You wanna know what else happened today? Dude, we hit 40,000 subscribers on this channel. What in the world are y'all doing here? Not last summer, but the summer before that, we were celebrating 10K. What is going on? What are numbers? Who are y'all? Feel free to introduce yourself in the comments down below because y'all are strangers. Thank you so much for being here. This is so much fun. I am so grateful to be able to create things online for nice people online too. Like, y'all are nice. Thank you for being nice. But because we hit 40K, I'm kind of considering ordering some sushi. Should we? Good morning. I finished Dogs of Summer this morning with my coffee outside. I loved this one. This is definitely my favorite out of the 3 that we've read for this vlog so far. It was just such a slice of life, no plot, just vibes, kind of like a character study. You were just a fly on the wall to these 2 10-year-old girls. One of them is in love with the other. She doesn't understand her feelings because she's 10 years old. When she said I wanted to eat Isora and then poop her out so she'd be mine to store the poop in a box so I could see her whenever I wanted and I wanted to become her, the girls that get it, get it. I've been saying this so frequently in my videos, but it doesn't make it any less true. I just love books that show the grossness of girlhood. I thought that this was great and also a wonderful summer read. It takes place between June and beginning of September. They're frolicking through tall grasses together. They're playing Barbies, but also it's pretty dark. A lot of eating, just talk. There's sexual violence. There's a bit of grief. But I loved this one. I really did. Look at how cool Andrea looks. Are you kidding me? Excellent. Anyway, 3 books down, 2 to go. I think I'm gonna read Bitter next, but I don't want to dive into a new book right away. I don't think. I think I'm gonna do some admin work, maybe a little bit of editing as well, and then I want to go to the art store today. Like, I want to get some pastel crayons. Great. grocery haul. They're all crooked. Better? It's so warm outside. Let's do this. Frozen pineapples, strawberries, vegan Gouda cheese, mini cucumbers, vegan schnitzels. This is a public service announcement to anyone who lives in Belgium or anywhere where the grocery shop little exists. These popsicles are the best things to ever grace God's earth. Gelatelli. It's like frozen juice, but it's not hard as ice like regular popsicles. Like, it's a nice, soft, fruity experience. My favorite flavor is the banana, orange, mango, and passion fruit. So we got 2 of those and also strawberry banana just to spice things up. A couscous salad, iced tea. They had vegan spaghetti bolognese sauce. So we got that and some noodles. And last but not least, chickpeas. Another little shout out. These chickpeas are the biggest, most deliciously voluptuous chickpeas I've ever had the pleasure of enjoying. So stock up while you can. That's it for groceries. At the craft store, I got some little crayons. It had some oil pastels just raw dogging the elements. And so I picked out some colors, but she threw them in crazy style. I want to organize them. And then maybe just do some art. Some freestyle fun. Give the colors a test run. Have some fun with it. Delightful. Wonderful. That's that. Let's go play with some crayons. Also, how do y'all say crayons? I think it's a Midwest thing to call them crayons, like cranberries instead of crayons. But I feel like crayons is way too much work. So let me know down below, are you team crayon or team crayon? I'll be team crayon till I die.
One week later.
To make a long story short, I had the genuine worst migraine of my entire life. So for roughly the past week, then most of my time in bed, I haven't even had the energy to really get up. So the fact that I could walk for like 10 or 20 minutes outside this morning is such a victory. Little victories, remember? The point is, I had to take a week off of videos. I'm sure I thanked you profusely last week, but allow me to thank you again this week. Thank you for being so kind. It's very scary and disheartening when I can't do what I love doing. I just love this so much. And that's something that made me cry a lot, which is I just miss my daily life of doing cool things with y'all. So I'm just happy to be back, hoping that there's a good amount of time of being able to be back. One day at a time. So please, if you can help your little fingers, do not give me unsolicited medical advice. Even though I'm sure that you have the best intentions, it is extremely rude to tell someone to manage their stress or lower their screen time or tackle their disabilities with food. Like, it's very insulting to assume that chronic disabilities and life-altering pain and complicated bodily functions that are beyond our control have such an easy fix. And to just assume that someone hasn't tried those things is so rude. So please don't assume things about my body or tell me what to do with my body despite not knowing anything about it. Okay, let's read now. Hello. Okay, so I read outside for a little bit. That was nice. Oh my gosh, fresh air. What's that like? I missed her. I got 60 pages into Bitter, which isn't as much as we typically read in a day, but it is more than we have read in like a week. So, little victories. Progress. I'm really enjoying the social commentary surrounding capitalism, the world being on fire, and how way too much responsibility is placed on younger generations for the consequences that older generations have left for them. It is giving insta-love young adult flavor as well, which isn't my favorite thing to read, but it is making for a very speedy reading experience. And our protagonist is able to bring her drawings to life much like that episode of SpongeBob. Except her drawings can drink her blood. It's pretty good. I'm enjoying it so far. Great. Remy's watching his cat TV. Not even 6 a.m. I've been up since 5:30. The sleeping has not been great. But yesterday I found this great free ad magazine thing at the pharmacy, and so I thought this could be a great picture to start some kind of collage of some kind. The sun is rising, the day is young. Let's play with some paper. can't see it, but I'm wearing a very pretty dress right now. We are going to Antwerp today to celebrate Lawrence's birthday. I was unwell on his birthday, so we haven't been able to do much for it. I'm very nervous because I really haven't left the house except to go to the hospital since that big migraine attack. I'm afraid that it's gonna happen while I'm so far away from home, but I took some anti-nausea. I'm packing up some pills, so hopefully we'll be okay. I braided my hair last night so then I could have pretty princess hair today. Oh, you still can't see it. I'm just too short in this little mirror. I'm trying to learn how to style my hair because I have not had long hair since like kindergarten. Well, it'll keep it out of my face. We do have to eat food. What do we think? Let me show you the full look.
Can I hear a little commotion for the dress? A little bit?
I'm excited because you can see my tattoo. Does she look like she's been suffering in bed for a week wearing oversized t-shirts? Sorry, there are so many fans on. We're in a heat wave. Belgium finally got some sun and it doesn't know how to act. I'm so nervous. I hope this goes well. I'm gonna go as prepared as possible. I'm gonna bring my book, but I don't know how much I'm gonna read. One moment at a time. Let's go to Antwerp. Hello. I made the most divine smoothie bowl ever. The base is pineapple, raspberries, and flax seeds, and soy milk. I topped it up with some hemp seeds and chia seeds, half a banana, strawberries, and kiwi. Since my health was taking a dive, I have no appetite, so I'm trying to make things nice and fancy and as delicious as possible so that I can get some food in my system. It's working. Today we're just gonna read. I am determined to finish this reading vlog for y'all today. I finished Better by a Quick Ham Essay. This one was okay. My favorite thing I think though is the protagonist so uncertain about not only how she feels about all of the violence and all of the suffering, but most importantly what her part is in all of it, what she's meant to do, what is her responsibility. That was great. About the midway point though, a really cool thing happened, and then when you think that things are really gonna explode and pop off, the story pumped the brakes and we were just talking about the thing. We were just standing around and talking. But then the main conflict was resolved in such a simple, unsatisfying way. I finished the book like, really? That's all we had to do this whole time? Okay, I guess. So it had some really cool themes, but I think the pacing needed a little bit of work because it made it feel so unsatisfying despite having such strong elements. I liked it enough, I just wanted more. We have one book left in our great gay reading time. Everyone in this Room Will Someday Be Dead by Emily Austen. The fifth and the final. This is about our female protagonist who is not only extremely anxious, but she's specifically focused on death. That is quite literally all that I know, and also that everyone is obsessed with it. So I'm gonna lay in bed, I'm gonna eat my smoothie bowl, I'm gonna finish this book. Welcome to the Sickly Bedtime 24-hour readathon hosted by me, participant me. Do I make burgers like right now?
You good?
Will you eat one?
Sure.
Okay. I've been reading. I'm like 40 pages into it. This book slaps. We've got a very relatably anxious lesbian undercover working in a Catholic church. Undercover makes it seem way more serious than it is. She just doesn't want anyone to know that she's a lesbian atheist because she needs the job being a receptionist at said Catholic church. The way her mind works, like she's just like me for real.
Wait, is this fucking play about us?
You know what I mean? I just really like it. Like, y'all weren't kidding with this one. And I trusted you as well. I had no doubts. I just needed to find the cover with the bunnies on it. There are so many additions to this book, and I, no offense, hate all the other ones, so. I'm putting my hair into sports mode, because like you saw in the previous clip, after stubbing my toe, I've decided to make some burgers. Am I gonna make some homemade fries as well? Maybe.
big butt, a big fluffy butt, big butt, big fluffy butt, fluffy butt, big fluffy roomy, fluffy butt, big fluffy roomy, fluffy butt, big fluffy roomy. He's got a big booty. I'm halfway done, and I really like this book.
I did it. I read the 5 books that I set out for myself to read this week. The first book we read was Mooncakes, which was a graphic novel, magical time. I thought it was pretty good. It was cute enough. It could have given me more, but also I was satisfied in the end. I would have to say that this one was the most romantic type story out of all of them. This one was definitely cozy. I love cozy books. We then read To Be Taught If Fortunate by Becky Chambers. Becky Chambers wrote my favorite books ever, The Monk and the Robot, A Psalm for the Wild Bill, A Prayer for the Crown Shy. So here I am just ready to eat up anything that she writes. I think the only reason I'm really disappointed in this one is because nothing will compare to that novella duology. Like absolutely nothing. And I need to accept that, I think. This one asks a lot of great questions. I loved its length. It's a book that respects your time. And it's a great sci-fi if you're not a big sci-fi reader, which I am not. I would like to be though. That's that on that. I then read Dogs of Summer. This book was so good. This is exactly the flavor of literature that I love to read. I love girls being gross. I love exploring childhood. I love exploring feelings. This was great. I cannot wait to talk to you guys about this one. By the time you're watching this, the chat for this is already open. So let's get chatting. I then read Bitter by Kweke Emeze, which we just talked about today. I'm excited that a book like this exists for young adults. And then I just finished Everyone in This Room Will Someday Be Dead by Emily Austen. This book slaps. This book was so good. It was such a wonderfully mundane place to be in, such a simple character to be with, and yet we explored such complex little thoughts and painful ponderings, and I just loved this. I loved everything about this. It was written so well. It was so readable. I was eating it up. The ending got really dark, and it ended really sweet. I was just so impressed. Okay, so probably my favorite one I read this week, or Dogs of Summer, but I didn't not like any of them. So another great reading week in the books. And I say reading week as in reading vlog. We've been here a while, actually. So exciting. 1 graphic novel, 1 sci-fi novella, 1 translated fiction surrounding childhood, a dystopic YA, and a literary fiction all about death. What a solid reading week. Whew, I did it. I got a little scary there in the middle of the vlog, but we persisted. Everything worked out. Everything's okay. Thank you so much for sticking around. Thank you so much for reading with me. Thank you so much for your patience. A special thank you, as always, to everyone on patreon.com who make it so this can be my full-time job. She's only had Google AdSense for a couple of months. It's very inconsistent, as with sponsors. But Patreon is tried and true. Patreon is where it's at. So if you'd like to keep this cozy corner of the internet alive, that's how you do it. Patreon.com. We have a book club. I make bookmarks that you can download and print out, and all kinds of other great things. It's really fun. And on that note, thank you for clicking, thank you for hearing, and thank you for being nice. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!